Now continuing our Fox News special report, Elvis at 80. When the king passed, by some accounts, he had a negative net worth. Certainly nothing compared to the tens of millions that he earned for agents and managers and hangers-on during his life. But in death, that's a whole different story. Here's Craig.
The Triple Elvis, the Ferris type. And where should we open this? The 63 painting. $48 million to open it, please. At 48 million.
37 years gone, in some ways, Elvis is bigger than ever.
2 million. 55 now.
In November, a 1963 Andy Warhol painting depicting the music icon as a gun-toting cowboy was sold to an anonymous bidder.
Sold at $73 million.
From the highest price for pop art to the highest form of flattery. Elvis imitators. Elvis captivates and makes money. According to Forbes magazine, Elvis Presley is one of the top-grossing dead celebrities, second only to Michael Jackson. But he's also spawned an industry of Elvis impersonators or Elvis tribute acts who have made their own living as Elvis. Despite selling at least 500 million records during his lifetime, when he died, the Presley estate was worth less than $10 million. An extravagant lifestyle, exorbitant gifts, and a huge array of employees, family, and hangers-on, Elvis had a huge nut to cover. Mismanager Colonel Tom Parker took half his earnings and sold music rights to RCA for a fraction of their worth. Presley's take, a mere $2.7 million, unable to earn more royalties on songs recorded before 1973. Soul heir Lisa Marie was just 9 years old when the king died. Her mom Priscilla took Colonel Parker to court. After 21 months of bitter litigation, he settled the lawsuit in June 1983 by accepting a large fee to turn over most of his interest in Presley's recordings to RCA and the Presley family. In January of 1997, the colonel died of a stroke at age 87, and under Priscilla's firm guidance, Elvis Presley Enterprises was born, and Graceland made over into a popular tourist destination for the public.
Elvis gave us so much. He loved his fans. I mean, I don't know of any entertainer in the world that loved his fans like Elvis did.
But who exactly gets the money? In 2004, Lisa Marie sold the bulk of the estate, including rights to her father's name and image, for $53 million in cash, absolving the estate of $25 million in debt. But Presley still owns Graceland. Quite a little industry going on.
Oh, yeah, I never realised it was such a big industry until I got into it, and I thought, wow, this whole tributing Elvis is creating jobs everywhere. You know, from doing this to making suits to making wigs to festivals and hotel employees to, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Australian Mark Anthony won the Ultimate Elvis Championship for the South Pacific and was flown to Memphis, Tennessee to perform. You saw me cry. He and American Dwight Eisenhower, no relation to the late president, are among the top Elvis tribute artists in the world. But 180,000 tributes, I mean, that's a lot of competition. How good of a living do you make from it?
I do about 150 to 200 dates a year. I do it full time, so we travel all over the world. There's a certain point of Elvis and his life and career that you don't really want to remember, you know, in his decline.
We got the two different eras here, 1960s and later 60s.
Aside from more than $30 million earned in Elvis merchandise, top ETAs like Ben Portsmouth are another part of the global Elvis industry.
Brazil's great, Europe, the Middle East, New Zealand. I'm actually about to get a flight now to go back to England and then on to Australia.
ETAs pay tens of thousands of dollars to the Presley estate just to perform his music. Elvis tribute artists compete in preliminaries that are sanctioned by Elvis Presley Enterprises in venues and festivals like this one in Ocean City, Maryland, where the winner goes on to compete in the ultimate competition in Memphis, Tennessee.
It's hard to explain the feeling that he generates in people.
Having met Elvis in his prime, Jack Harchie relishes the King's memory.
Think of how long it's been since he died and how his popularity has, if anything, grown. He sells more records now than he ever did.
Doug Church won a 1983 Air Force talent show. He is now known as the voice of Elvis.
And I haven't punched a clock since 1990 myself, you know. And right now I am officially unemployable.
17-year-old Jeffrey Crick is the latest generation of Elvis lover. Give me a couple of bars. I'm sorry. Pretty impressive voice for a 17-year-old.
No, he's got the pipes, man. I tell you what, I think he's going to go far in this business.
So how big of a business is it? How big of an industry? I mean, you guys seem to have a camaraderie.
It's gotten so big now that there are companies that make these costumes that actually have the licensing from Elvis Presley Enterprises. And speaking of Elvis Presley Enterprises, they have pretty much taken a firm hand on the entire industry.
What about you? I mean, is this something that will be your career forever? Is this a stepping stone to something else?
This will be my career, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
And then eventually you'll be able to grow your own sideburns. Right now, your little peach fuzz.
That's it.
Hey, so you're a lot older than he is, and I still can't grow this.
First place winner, Mr. Doug Church.
So not only is Elvis worth far more dead than alive, he still makes a lot of money for a lot of people. Geraldo?
Reminds me of Michael Jackson. And his music will live forever. That story after this.